clean tanks when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spring. And now you got only the great hate.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no different. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, them make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see them all.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Bigger, better. Petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rat-a-tatter. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I?
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Singletary again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Devin Singletary with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught by Amari Rodgers. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now on 1st down. And able to find Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, his 1st touchdown on the year. And And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Taylor now to return it.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. The Packers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And here's Taylor on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives and even more.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement.
Touchdown, Bears! Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now it's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and goal, Fields. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Hey, check 26. Gas 300. Gas 300.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, it's Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hardy set to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Off play action, Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the option, running right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. A good run at 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, their defense has really struggled. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hey, 88.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Singletary going to get the handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
my boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in the payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be, I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my